awakened us from our ancient slumber.
Hey everybody, it's MonsterZeroNJ and welcome to the Movie Madhouse. Today on the Movie Madhouse, I'm standing in this creepy old basement because I feel it's appropriate to review the new film Evil Dead. Evil Dead, of course, is a remake of the 1981 horror classic directed by Sam Raimi and starring the immortal Bruce Campbell, who are both on board as producers for this new version. And I gotta say, I was very apprehensive. Evil Dead is one of my favorite all-time horror movies, if not the all-time favorite horror movie of mine. So I really wasn't sure what to expect, but I gotta be honest, I really love the Evil Dead remake. And I really like the fact that they went in their own direction with this film. They took the basic premise of the original classic and went in their own direction with it, did their own thing with it. It's its own movie, yet there's still enough familiar elements of Evil Dead to make it an Evil Dead film, and I think it does fit in nicely with the rest of the series. It basically has no Ash character. That was fine. No one can replace Bruce Campbell, so why try? Film stars Jane Levy as Mia. Mia is a young girl who has a heroin habit, and her friends, including her brother, who's played by Shiloh Fernandez, take her to this secluded cabin in the woods that they used to go to as kids. They take her there to try to get her to kick her habit, and of course they find out that someone's been there before them. There's bloodstains, there's dead animals hanging in the basement, and there's an ominous book wrapped in barbed wire. They open the book, and there's warnings not to read passages from it, and of course they do. And this sets the story in motion. Once they read the passages, Mia becomes possessed, and then it sort of follows the basic plot line of the original film, where now the demons are slowly trying to torment and possess the rest of the cabin dwellers. I think they did a really good job with this film. New director Fede Alvarez does a great job with creating scares, creating atmosphere, giving us some nice shocks and gore. And I love the fact that the gore was all practical effects. I really enjoyed that. I hate CGI gore, and I'm really glad they went practical with this. And altogether, they just craft a really good, suspenseful, scary horror flick. And I was really impressed with the job they did. I really had a good time. I think this is a really good horror flick. It's one of the best horror flicks I've seen in a while, and I really enjoyed it. Alvarez also gets good performances out of his cast. Aside from Levy and Fernandez, there is basically, it's a cast of unknowns, and they did a really good job. And I think just the whole film altogether was just a really solid, good horror film, and probably one of the best horror film remakes that they've done in quite some time. So I'm going to give this film a solid 3.5 on the Deadite Possessed Damsel meter. And if you love horror movies and you like the original Evil Dead, I will definitely suggest that you go see it. It's a lot of fun. It's got some great scares, and it's just a good time at the movies. And as far as horror is concerned, it's been a while since we had a good time at the movies for horror fans. This is MonsterZeroNJ, and I'll see you again on the Movie Madhouse.
Groovy.